Okay, I just finished that movie, the Jordan Peele movie, Nope, and I didn't like it. It wasn't a bad movie per se, but it wasn't a good movie. I think it was. I read some of the reviews after. People were saying that the plot didn't make sense. I was like, plot made sense. It just wasn't that gripping. Story was. I could see the points where they tried to inject humor, and this is one of the times where it would have been better to watch it in the theater than by yourself, like in an airport. By myself, I could see, maybe in the atmosphere, like other people are laughing. I'll be interested in rewatching Get Out and to see if like the parts that I thought were like funny or like whatever that I reacted to, I would still react to today. I don't know, but yeah, Nope. Um, yeah, and spoilers now. Shout out to spoilers. It was an alien movie, and I guess there's an alien animal that was on Earth for whatever reason, and it got there. It was kind of cool at the beginning. Maybe you didn't know what it was. I just wasn't into it. I don't know if there's that much else to say about it. It was just kind of mid. It wasn't trash. It just wasn't. It was mid. That girl, I could see the humor. Like people laugh at black people that are like over the top. They kind of make up for like an actual punchline to a joke by just being a little bit loud, and I do that as well. It's a good way of getting humor out of the whites. It's a good way to, well, not even out of just the whites, out of general loudness can be funny, but funny in a context. You're not gonna make somebody laugh like that's just chilling off of like being like the loud funny type shit. Shout out to that Daniel guy. Great acting. I'd say the movie had generally great acting. I would have liked to see a resolution to like what like the whole idea. I think the whole thing that would have been easy, more interesting to explore, like what would have happened if they had actually managed to. I wanted to see the footage that came out of that little 8mm film. I wanted to see that footage. Did they actually capture the film? I wanted to see like the guy, he ran backwards and he was like filming the thing as it was coming up to him. I wanted to see like his idea was to probably get like a first person angle. Like, was he able to get that? Like, were they able to recover that footage? That picture that she ended up capturing at the end of the film, did people believe what the fuck was going on? Like, where did the animal died or something? Like, did they recover the remains? What's the like almost the aftermath of the film, and like kind of how the world would react to like kind of discovering a alien species is more interesting than the random blacks fighting the alien, in my opinion. But that's just me. Anyway, that's just a small little review based on 2 seconds. Based on what I saw, I would say I'd give it something. It passed the time. Anytime I see a movie that has a movie that passes the time, I like the number 6. If I'm being generous, that's the highest I would give it, probably a 6. If I was being disrespectful, I'd say a 4. But the action was good. Premise was, something. Shots were kind of okay. It was a little bit of a dark film. I could see how people would have trouble hearing what was going on, but of course I had the AirPods in. Watching it locally, I didn't have any trouble understanding what was going on. Cool visually. The alien wasn't super anything. I saw kind of not an allegory, like they would try to do some callbacks to like the horses and don't look the horse in the eye and stuff like that. And I didn't really get how the main character guy discovered that. He just like had that epiphany, just like, oh, don't look it in the eye. And then, like, why would you think that? Why would that be a thought that would come into your head? It seemed random. And then even after that, they were kind of breaking that rule. Because, like, what are the rules? I mean, that was a little bit, if I'm going to get nerdy and get into the plot holy stuff, it's like, how does this work? Like, if you look it in the eye, it seemed like it's like it will get you if you're like actively looking it in the eye, and then it'll pull you up, right? But then there were, towards the end of the movie, there was like points where like the characters weren't looking at it anymore, and they were like running away, but it was still trying to eat them. And it was like, well, they're not looking at it anymore. Can we obey the rules? But it wasn't egregious by any means, and I would allow it. I suspended disbelief. I wasn't offended by what they were doing. But still, a little hole in the plot there. But in general, fine. I don't know. Yeah, 6. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone unless you watched everything else. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, the outside. That's my little review.